Order filled. Stopfield. Allah Hafiz. may develop more psychological issues as adults. These Inside the unit, I'm a fireman to the flame, manifest the new will. That explains why there's two main timelines that everyone is heading towards. New Earth or New Golden Dawn. Inside the unit, I'm a fireman to the flame, manifest the new Earth, baby. Someone guys, what is struggling?
Can't understand very clearly. You never actually change the world you're on. Ever. You change yourself.
Is it a mother's milk or two baby? And one turns to the other and says, "He will be like after." And the other replies, "Why, of course, there has to be something after delivery. Maybe we're here to compare ourselves to what we'll be later." Nonsense, of course. There's no life after delivery. What kind of life will there be? I don't know. There'll be more life. Maybe we'll walk with our legs and eat with our mouths. Maybe we'll have other senses we can't understand. First comes that's ridiculous. Walking is possible. Eating with our mouths, that's absurd. Maybe a building to a scientific supplies nutrition and all we need in its form. Life after delivery is to be logically explained. The second says, what if it's just different? Maybe we don't need that physical coordinate. First goes, okay, if there were life after delivery, tell me, why has no one ever come back? Delivery is the end of life, and the after delivery is nothing but darkness and silence and oblivion. It takes us now. The second says, certainly will be love. Shows it. First goes, mother, you actually believe in mother. If mother exists, where is she? The second goes, she is all. So we are of her. It is in her that we live. Without her, this world would not exist. First says, I don't see her. It's only logical that she's not here. To which the second replied, sometimes, when you're in silence and you really listen, you can perceive her presence. You can hear her loving voice calling down from above. Though one of my favorite stories is in a mother's milk with two babies.
Betrayed by his own brothers. Before David became king, he was rejected. Before Jesus stepped into his full purpose, he was betrayed and denied. The pattern is very clear. Before God elevates you, he's going to separate you. Sometimes by taking people out of your life or isolation, people betrayed his purpose. Those who reject is not for a purpose. It's meant to be that way. Either an act of protection by God, God is specific.
Oh, no. Oh.
And how downstairs bathroom, when you flush it and then this little bit water comes, and then you're telling me to ease the butt, not to put more water. So instead of doing that, you can just press it again and it fills up.
Oh, yeah, just a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, good night, Mom. Okay, I will.
Good morning, friends and traders. Welcome to Top Step TV, the most watched, the most trusted, most, friendly futures day trading stream out there. This is the opening call for Monday, March 10th, 2025. Good morning, everybody. We got Hogue in the middle. We got Coach Jay over there. What is up, my guys? We're looking at gold opening range trade. We're establishing the opening range in gold as we speak. But good morning, Hogue. How are you feeling today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Feeling good. Back from Vegas. We're short gold right now. We are below the opening range. I'm going to move the stop up to 29.1140. We're short 29.4930, but I'm feeling good. A little goofy because of the time change. That always seems to kind of affect me. It seems the older I get, the more it does. But feeling good, ready to go. Already short gold. And looking forward to seeing everybody. It's great to be back as usual. Good to see you, JD. Good to see you, Jay. Good to see you,
Jay. Thank you. Thanks for helping hold down the fort the last couple days. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday last week. Most of the team was out of town. Nice job. I caught a couple bits and pieces of TV while we were out there. We were doing quite a bit of work, so didn't have much leisure time back and relax. But again, thanks for holding down the fort. How was it going with the house account? I saw you guys trading some equities early in the morning. What was the trade of choice going into the Fed markets?
It was going well. I think the trade of choice, Jack was trading in the house account mostly. Trading MES actually, Wednesday through Friday, trading MES. I think Jack, and he'll speak about it when he's on the show, but made about $3 grand with just micros over those 3 days, which was pretty cool to see. Trade was basically buying it off the 200 moving average in the daily in SPX, and we're still in that area now. So when we get to talking about ES and the equities, we'll talk about that trade. But really nice gold trade, back like you guys never left. Right off, like getting right back into the markets, and the short is working out pretty well right now.
Yeah, looking good so far.
Liking it so far. In the money, right, a couple of ticks. Started adjusting your wrist. Low risk. Just the one line, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
$210 of risk in this thing right now, and we're up 240 right now. We're 1-to-1 already.
Over 1-to-1. Perfect. Hey guys, if you're looking at the YouTube stream right now, there's a special number popping out at us. See that subscriber number, everyone? Top Step TV has reached 150,000 subscribers this morning. Just over. I think James said a few minutes ago the official number is 150,012. So we did it, guys. Thank you to everybody that tunes in every day. We appreciate you all.
Much love. Much love.
Much love. Gold true? What's up? Alright, still trading this gold trade. We're at 1-to-1 on it right now. Let's talk about what's happening this week. This morning, not a whole lot going on, guys. We got consumer inflation expectations at 9 o'clock Central Time, and then the typical 3 and 6 month bill auctions later this morning, 9:30. I'm sorry, 10:30. Tomorrow, NFIB Small Business Optimism Index, the JOLTS report, Treasury buyback announcements, and a 3-year note auction. Wednesday, big day here. On Wednesday, NBA mortgage applications, then the CPI number. It's going to be a significant inflation report for this week. It's a big market report, so keep your eyes on the CPI report. Be careful trading around it. We'll be moving the markets. Also on Wednesday, EIA petroleum status report, a 10-year note auction. That should be a market report also, and Treasury statement. Thursday, jobless claims, PPI, EIA interim gas report, a 30-year bond auction, and Fed balance sheet that we're closing out the week on Friday with the University of Michigan consumer sentiment and the Baker Hughes rate count. No talking Feds scheduled right now. The Fed is in a blackout period going into next week's scheduled 2-day FOMC meeting. So we should not be hearing too much from the Fed this week. Of course, that can all change. Step up before you. say something like the move market, but we'll play that as it unfolds. All right, checking back in on our gold trade. We're popping back up right to the bottom of the opening range. We tied up the risk here. What do you think? Ratchet?
Well, it's still a valid trade, but we're really range bound, and this probably wouldn't be one that I would rush into. You know, it gave us some profit, but it's still a valid trade. It's back to our break even, and we want to just look for the crude trade. Again, we're at $110 worth of risk on this. Gave us about 121.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm not averse to trade.
Yeah.
We're not taking a whole lot of trade, though.
So I was actually thinking about getting in this trade with you guys in a second here. I'm trying to define what the risk is, but it would be about $230 above that high. We are coming down to that demand level near that 2,900 that we've been bouncing from. And we kind of it's a zone, right? So it was 2,905 the bottom today, but we are holding outside. VWAP is outside of that 3-minute opening range. So if 50% of his opening range holds, which is at 29.10. I'll take a short with you guys. See what happens at 10 here.
You're right there, right now. Some easy buying stuff in there, right here.
Yeah.
And overnight VWAP at 29.1170. Overnight VWAP 29.40.
And
So it gave us 1 to 1, and then we went down 1 to 1.
Yep. So typically on a day where the market is opening in range, they'd give us a little right at low Friday, so a little bit of a rejection possibly below that level. It would suffice to say that value is probably going to be lower today, just off the open here, but of course it didn't happen. Hey, we had a little bit. It was, I mean, it's a cheap trade, $210 or down 223 right now realized. So it give us about that as far as potential profit. See money, take money on days like today is not a bad idea. We'll take it.
Take it. Just kind of choppy. We're going to take a look at the opening range trade of crude oil at 8 o'clock Central Time when that comes up also. And we'll also be looking into equities. So I like to style getting into some equity trading before the 8:30 Central Time bell. Seemed to be working out very well for the opening call for last week. Start getting into that a little bit. As far as news events go, well, let's take a look at what happened overnight in Asia. Asia stocks closed pretty much. Shanghai Composite down 0.19%, the Nikkei up 0.38%, and the Hang Seng down 1.85%. Stocks in Europe currently trading lower. We got the FTSE down 0.61%, the DAX down 1.4%, and the AG down 0.52%. Closing prices for your Mag 7 stocks on Friday. Apple up 1.5%, Amazon down 0.7%, Google up 0.9%, Meta down 0.36%, Microsoft down 0.9%, Nvidia up close to 2%, and Tesla down 0.3%. Checking in on the markets, last week, worst week since September for some of our equity indexes. Even though we had a nice pop back, nice recovery on Friday, still worst week in quite a while. Closing broader indexes rose on Friday. Nasdaq Composite gained 0.7%. Dow Jones was up 0.52%, and the S&P up 0.55%. For the week, though, Closing prices for the week. S&P lost 3.1%, Dow fell 2.4%, and then the Nasdaq slid 0.5%. All of that coming off of recovery on Friday, coming off that 104,000 February job number. Rates well over there, and then a little recovery going into the weekend. Stocks are down this morning quite significantly. Well, actually, I say significantly, but the Dow's down 400 points. The S&P is down about 1% a little while ago. And the Nasdaq.
Sorry, JD, real quick. I did get back in. I did get in that short. I did get in that gold short. I'm short from 29.12, risking right above 29.14. 29.14 half is my risk.
29.12, you short?
29.12.
We can get a little bit of a pullback in June.
We rejected off that overnight view up. Looked like a decent spot to limit risk.
Yeah, it did.
Risking again about $200.
Your settlement price right there are also 29.14 overnight view up 29.14.30.
We're short with you, Jay. 29.11.
Here we go. What's coming short?
Got Jay.
14 half hook.
All right.
1480. Friday's very, very low in gold.
We're with you.
Oh, very nice. What was that price again? Oh, 29.1180. Okay.
I think we lost hope, but yeah, I think that's where we got at 11.8. This doesn't sell below 10, and I'm going to get out, but look like a decent opportunity. Just for a quick trade. Not looking for a huge move here either.
Yeah. I hope folks play like
A couple ticks before the
I might have to get him on the phone and see if he got out of the trade or not.
call in your order.
Call the help desk code if you can hear us. What we talk? Oh, equities overnight. That was down 400 points. S&P was down 1%. Nasdaq down 1.2%. But still trading inside range, inside value from Friday. So even though we're making decent moves overnight, we still haven't broken out of Friday's range. So keeping a close eye on that when we get pulled back and going over some charts and all this how to trade around these types of scenarios. Jump right in the markets or you stay patient away from better trade locations. Keeping an eye on this gold trade. I believe our entry price is 29.1180. Just a few ticks above that right now. Not taking a whole lot of heat on this trade. How are you liking it still, Jay? Confident on it?
Yeah, it's fine for now. Like I said, if we don't sell below, that 29.10 area is where I'm looking for a retest of. I'd think about taking profits there potentially if we don't get a sell below it, and that would put us kind of close to a 1-to-1. This is actually taking the, if you were waiting for that opening range trade and taking the other side of it and go along on the other side. So maybe you're evading that, but yeah, I think we potentially see that low again here that we made 06s.
Very good. See, we got Hogue back. Hogue, you didn't dump this trade. Went out.
No.
Okay, cool. Just checking.
Everything running fine. I just frozen on screen here, so the platform's working fine. Everything's good. You gotta stop in. Just do right. Just a little valid trade. And listening to you guys and looking all right here so far.
Sounds good. What else happened overnight? Robinhood. Down 6.6%, trading at 41.50 overnight. They settled a $30 million lawsuit. They settled a lawsuit in Finland for $30 million for allegations of financial fraud. FINRA is the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority, big self-regulated group there. Where was the quote I just saw? Violations pertaining to anti-money laundering protocols, disclosure practices, supervision of the clearing system. Some of these violations trace back over a decade. $30 million settlement for Robinhood, trading significantly lower this morning.
equities look like they're selling a little bit here. Maybe continuing that sell-off we saw overnight.
I'm gonna switch over to the ES real quick and see what we're looking at going into the open. So we are trading below value from Friday now. Value area low in the ES at 57.13.5. Last trade 56.91. We're looking a little weak into the regular trading hours open, 8:30 regular trading hours open. See a case for a short in the ES right now? Anyone?
We are getting pretty close to Friday's low.
673. Is that Friday's low?
Yes, sir.
So
Friday's and last week's low.
and last week's low.
Yes.
Early call in the weekly
Daily.
week off. Say again, Hope?
On the NASDAQ, the recovery that came late in the day on Friday kind of presents as excess on the low on the daily chart. But we're working. So, I'm not looking for any longs here. I typically don't trade the equities prior to the open unless there's a real. I've really seen it. Yeah, the S&P's down 1.4%, NASDAQ down 1.7%, Dow down 1.15%. When the market opens in the bigger market, let's jump in here and see what happens here this Friday, early this Monday, I should say. Time to reacclimate myself to the markets after a little bit of time away, even just weekends. Mondays are not going to be my best trading day.
Still not much movement in this gold trade. We're a little bit above our entry price last trade in gold, 13.20. Almost getting real thin in gold. You guys watching this?
Yes, it is. Seems everything is thin.
Yeah, there's a six tick spread in the NASDAQ right now.
I wonder what everyone's waiting for. We had a lot of tariff talk last week. We finally imposed those 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico, and 100% duties on Chinese goods.
Yeah, tariff talk all week last week. Part of the trade was, if there's any news of delaying tariffs like we've heard in the past, just buy it because the equities rallied and then you hear that they're back on again and they sold off from there. Markets were pretty wild last week.
Yeah, I noticed some pretty big swings in the markets going into the end of the week. And everybody looked like they traded around pretty well. Big shout out to everybody that jumped in to help out. Equity still inching lower, gold creeping higher. Oh, we got 20 minutes going into the crude oil open. What do you say we take a look at some charts and then we'll take a look at opening range trading in crude oil just in a few minutes.
All right.
Let's do it.
Let me start issue with this computer. Let me know if I'm getting lost here or freezing up. But as always, it's great to be back with everybody. This is that weekly chart, and even on the weekly chart, we saw a little bit of excess on the end at the end of the week. On Friday, when you look at what happened, short covering some sort of profit taking on a Friday, so that's really kind of what I think we're seeing here. Starting this week, we broke last week out of a longer time frame there. October, November highs, the lows. We broke out and closed below that on the weekly chart, signaling a longer time frame market state change. Here we are. Here's the daily chart. So, off this high, it's pretty much just in one time frame and lower. A lot of uncertainties, no question. With the trend is definitely to the downside in the shorter time frame, breaking a longer time frame level, as in these lows here on that weekly chart we just saw. We're still lower lows. There's no reason really to see any kind of key reversal here, although there were some hints of key reversals on the chart. All right.
We're up. Out of the gold trade.
All right. Back to the charts. One of the things that we're starting to kind of see, and something that we talk about, right, Jay, we're always talking about volume. We're seeing lower pricing. We're also seeing volume starting to get a little bit cut off as we side. Is that a signal to turn? No, but it is kind of a warning sign. You do see an off directional, and you start to see off on it. You start to think, all right, there's less pushing this market. There's less pushing price lower by volume. There is a potential change. Time frame. Mark, we did add. Yes.
Well, you're breaking up quite a bit. We're going to ask you to restart the laptop there. Jay and I will talk through some charts while you're on for a few minutes. If that's
Yes.
good with you. Okay, cool. Hey, Jay, let's take a look at the...
We're flat now. We don't have anything working, so we'll be back as soon as possible.
Awesome. Thank you, Hogue. All right, Coach Jay, here we are trading on the lows of the day. Close to the lows from last week. 56.73 last week's low and Friday's low. Early call in the weekly kickoff email is for lower prices. We got a new weekly kickoff low at 56.30. Weekly kickoff high at 50. We are much closer to that weekly kickoff low than the weekly kickoff high. What's your take on the markets this morning? What are you seeing in the ES going to the equity open?
The equities have not been able to hold a bid for the last 2 weeks, JD, and it's really been sell the rally on the market. And it feels like that's what we're seeing here as well. I was long, up a little bit on this account because I took some longs in the S&P last night, but it was a see profit, take profit trade. I know Dakota's coming in for fast markets. He was long the NASDAQ as well. But it's been the same thing, right? Every time we get a rally in these markets, they're not holding a bid, and they're selling low. So I think that's exactly what we're seeing here on daily. In the ES, we're under the 200 moving average, which is at 58.67, and we're pretty significantly under it right now. We're about 200 points away from it. And if we zoom out, that's not a moving average that we spend a lot of time under. For SPX right now, we closed above the 200 moving average on the daily on Friday. It's closed right now, but I'm assuming when we open up, we're going to be below that as well. And if these markets don't want to hold a bid, I got some longer term targets, and maybe not so much long term in the S&P at 5,500, which is the low of that August move that we had, that last real sell-off that we had in the markets. They look really heavy. I'm leaning towards the buy side.
Looking heavy and leaning towards the buy side.
Sorry, leaning towards the sell side. Leaning towards the sell side.
Got it. Yeah, currently trading, looks like we're going to be opening low value, inside range, but below value in the ES right now. So we are seeing some acceptance of lower prices right now. We're still trading inside the range on Friday, so inside the last range also. But we'll be keeping an eye out on the downside for a breakout below Friday's low. Friday's low and last week's low, same price, 56.73. All right, let's move over to the NQ real quick. Here is our daily chart of the NASDAQ. Again, same type of scenario as the ES. We're seeing some weakness this morning. We've got Friday's low and last week's low, 19,786. Our early call in the weekly kickoff is for lower prices in the NQ this morning. We've got a new weekly kickoff low at 19,270. Weekly kickoff high at 20,900. Getting close to the lows from last week. Squeeze it down to a 15-minute chart real quick. We are still trading inside range, just below value from Friday. We just broke out below value from Friday, 19,945, Friday's value area low. Did hold this decent support overnight coming into this morning. We did just get below there, approaching Friday's low, last week's low at 19,766. So opening inside range, below value, we're seeing a bit of acceptance of lower prices right now. Coach Shea, is your analysis telling you anything different in the NQ than what you're seeing in the ES right now?
Same thing, JD. The NDX, which is on the line for NQ.
Change at 1 point. But you never know. And if you don't take it, the one you don't take is going to be the good one. So we're probably going to take a look at it. It is coming in 5 minutes, which gives me just a minute to take a look at the Dow. Here we go. So, looking at the weekly, the Dow has not really broken structure. It's still range bound. Pretty decent opportunity for it to close below this trend line. It's not a very strong trend line, but it does show that the market is putting in higher highs and higher lows. It's still putting in higher highs and higher lows. But it didn't close below that line on Friday. All right. Well, what happened on Friday? We lost 1,200 in open interest. Short covering. A little excess on that low. There's that short covering rally that happened late in the day on Friday in the Dow. Last week's low, weekly kickoff low, kind of pivotal. If we do start to break those levels, and we see some participation coming in on that, we're looking at range-bound to breakout rules. Range, if a breakout fails, you fade that. If a breakout succeeds, you go with it. Dow, I think, is probably held up better than the S&P or the NASDAQ. Of course, take a look at the 30-minute chart. Overnight inventory is short. Here's the open last night at 5 p.m. Here is where we are now, overnight inventory, the short side, but again, inside range, inside value, try and stay patient, and maybe at the low end of balance, low end of value. Again, the profile looked outside both sides of the initial balance, looked below the initial balance, rejected, looked above the initial balance, and ended up closing the session up there. But again, everything in the overnight session blends to range bound inside Friday's range. So that's just a kind of quick look at these markets. Apologize how brief they were. As always, make sure you take a deep breath, stay humble, grateful, creative, and send it in your trading. And let's see what we can do here for this opening range trade in crude oil. We got a couple of minutes left here before we're going to start to take a look at that. I'll get the dome set up, and we will see what we've got to see. Overnight high is not too far away. We've got a nice little rally going. Again, overnight inventory is long. Inside range. See what happens.
Overnight high at 67.60 in crude oil as we speak. Coming off of 7 consecutive weeks of lower closes in crude oil. We had a nice little piece in our weekly kickoff email. You guys caught that about an oil trader here. I'm a prominent oil trader. Funds he manages had a solid 50% return this year trading crude oil, and they gave it all back and then some the first 3 months of 2025. 50% returns, all erased in the last 6 weeks, 7 weeks in crude oil. Rough go at it. What a choppy market, no doubt about it. We're about a minute away from the opening range in crude. We'll talk through that and take a trade. Looks like we're going to start popping through the new highs. 67.74 is our volume point control from Friday. Value area high. Friday's value area high. They have an overnight VWAP right at settlement price, 67.04. About 30 seconds away from the opening crude oil opening. Regular trading hours, 8 o'clock a.m. Central Time.
Alrighty, we are set to go.
Looking at our 1 minute opening range of fruit also, right?
Yes.
Yep, 1 minute opening range.
Average mag. I'm with you, man. We're in range, we're in value. A little bit overnight inventory to the long side.
But we're seeing some selling jumping in early, possible inventory adjustment.
Alrighty. Open.
You're open. Still have 30 seconds till that opening range is established.
Sick.
Eleven tick opening range so far, so not too wide at all. Right under the overnight high. 67.60 remains the overnight high. I feel like we gotta pump up the energy here, guys. How's everyone feeling?
Yeah.
Range is,
Alright, we're in.
range is in. Are you short?
743.
Ooh, nice
Pump
fill,
up the
Billy.
energy for you, JD.
There it is, that's what I like to see. Alright. We do a 1 lot or a 2 lot there, oh?
I just did a 1 lot. We kind of talked about the fact that we weren't real big on that ended up working for you.
Pretty good so far. We got about, thanks for this trade. House count short run crude oil, 67.43 opening range trade. And we're seeing more selling coming in. Making new regular trading hours lows as we speak. Decent volume spike too on this down move.
7.
Target's down near 70, 67 if we continue to sell here. 67 is the 200 moving average on the 30-minute chart.
Yep.
I see that.
67.05 also settlement price from Friday and overnight VWAP. 67.05. So it's a
He's
decent
down
target
there.
there.
He's down there, we're taking.
Agreed. Agreed. See Andre in the chat. Andre, you notice anything? Go with the number of subscribers we have each one, Andre. Pretty impressive.
Really do love that opening range trade. It's cheap risk, right? It's clearly defined where you're going to get out, where you're wrong. And I think at this point, you're probably 2 to 1 already.
Right there.
Or you're getting close to it.
You've got close to 26 into this trade right now.
Don't be nervous if I start.
Did you start what?
Tom said it makes him nervous when I start humming.
That means something good is about to happen. Hogue is getting ready to put on a trade when he does that.
Feeling good. Ready.
Oh, hey, I want to give a shout out to a trader in Las Vegas. So this is an interesting story. The first time this has happened to me. I don't know about the rest of you superstars, but myself and our friend Danny Hanson were walking through the Las Vegas airport on Friday, on our way back to Chicago. We stopped at the Sunglass Hut, and the proprietor of the store just happened to be Top Step Trader. We walked in, and she went, "You looked at us?" She goes, "Top Step TV. I love you guys." So, big shout out to Tahara from Las Vegas Airport working at the Sunglass Hut. Very nice Arab woman. She loves Muhammad. So, all if you're watching, you have a friend in Las Vegas. It was so nice I actually ended up buying a pair of sunglasses from her. So Tahara, here are my new Ray-Ban polarized lenses. I think they look pretty great. Just say hi to somebody and you make a commission, right? Easy as that.
That's pretty awesome. JD, did you sign any autographs?
I did not sign any autographs. It was fun. It was the first time I was ever spotted in the wild. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I had a dad and his son spot me in a bagel shop. It was 7:30 in the morning. Walking out, I think I had a Pops Up TV shirt on under a jacket. I'm walking in, it's 7:30 in the morning. I'm still waking up. This guy's just like, Jay? I'm like, oh man, what have I done? And he's just like, you're Jay. I was like, yeah, but I don't know who you are. He's just like, Pops Up TV. I was like, oh wow, that's really, and this was 7 months ago, 8 months ago, I think before we got to 150K subscribers. And thanks everyone for liking, for subscribing, for sticking with us the entire time. But it was really cool. Really cool to see. I did not expect that at all. And yeah, JD, I did not sign any autographs either.
Yeah, Respect Holding says, his goal in life is to earn the privilege to stumble around Vegas with us. What a kid. Old trade, or crude oil trade, still looking pretty good here. Sure. It's away from our target. Not too much stumbling. I mean, I'm sure some people stumble. We're pretty tame guys, so it's okay.
Yeah. Never get that wild, right? Yeah.
I ended up leaving Vegas with 2 pairs of sunglasses. I made a little bit of money at the tables. I was thinking like, oh, I can't go home and tell my wife that I made money, not bring her a gift, right? So I got her a pair of sunglasses at the hotel we were staying at. And then the second set, walking through the airport.
You're a nice guy. Yeah. The only thing I got from my wife is I made it home.
Good enough, huh? We'll do it.
Yeah.
So do we have a target price set? Are we working a bid to exit this trade right now?
I have not placed a bid just yet.
Again, house count short at 67.43. We got some nice equity in this trade. Approaching that overnight VWAP 67 with 6, 6704 is so
You move your stop at any point in this trade, or do you just leave it where it is?
Right now, it's right just where it was.
Okay.
67, 60. Six. Got the EPO point control. 6709. Friday. Grab that. You wanna just take the risk off this trade? It's still valid, but wasn't one of my favorite opening range trades to take. What do you guys think?
I mean, what are we up? We're up $200 or 20 ticks in this trade right now.
Yes.
I wouldn't want to take a, I definitely would not want to take a loss at this point.
Alright, so we're doing something I hate to do, but
Touching it all. Touching it.
no, we're touching it. Okay, we move the stock to a 2-tick profit.
Leaving some room for the Holy Spirit.
Free trade. Room for the Holy Spirit.
By then, I mean, a couple tickets for commissions and whatnot, and anticipated slippage on our way back.
What was your, so Holy Spirits, Vegas,
I'm sorry, say that again, Paul?
what was your choice of Holy Spirits in Vegas?
I had a couple old fashions at a bar in the hotel. That's delightful. What about you?
I had a couple of Kentucky
Turkey
snow
snow
cones.
cones?
Yeah, and in the spirit of the Holy Spirit, Angel's Envy.
Stopfield.
What?
Folks, you were not drinking for the year before Papa Equity done what that was. How was it going back to it after taking some time off? It was almost 2 months, right?
I felt guilty. It was more than 2 months because I didn't have a drink until I had a drink with Michael.
Okay.
That was my first drink of the year, and I felt kind of guilty, but I got over it.
Right.
Now, back on the straight and narrow for a while.
Okay. You have another time frame, or you just roll with the
No,
punches?
it's not going to do it for a while. I don't know when.
There you go.
Just I'm done.
There was just a big spike in volume in the equities. Not sure what that was.
This is the time. We want to see that follow through right now.
Everybody get out and push.
Hmm. 67.18 last trade in crude. Hanging out right around regular trading hours low right now. Regular trading hours low currently at 67.14. Hovering just above it.
Let's go. Take it out.
Right? Let's go.
Everybody get out.
We're not working a bid. And I'm not anticipating melting right through. Levels that we have down here, 6701, 6704, 6706. Definitely going to get some traffic in that range.
Yes.
6701, 6711.
58% long at Tilton Crude.
Which is good for us. Anytime we get
Yeah,
into
not
a
bad.
position where the tilt is leaning against us at that 80% mark, it seems to just do straight up about face.
Yeah.
We'll stop on a dime turn. Tilt's been very accurate in growth.
Anybody else? Oh, I know we're all here. We're all here on time. Did the time change catch anybody not ready for it today? Was it like, why are they on now?
I don't know. They just kind of been around for the last 2 months.
I really hope when they stop this, they're talking about doing that, leaving it.
It'll be nice to all be on the same standard of time, right? Because you have certain states that don't follow it, and it's very confusing. I know, especially when we have the time change in London. I was speaking to Dee about this last year, and they do 2 time changes, and I could not figure out for 2 weeks what time the London Open was. It's just all agreed to use the same clocks, guys.
Yeah.
Agreed. Oh, crude oil kind of went flat here, guys. We're not seeing any fall through the downside. We're still hovering around the session lows. Regular trading hours, I should say.
It's been doing that with us, though, JD. I mean, every time we take an open range trade crude, it doesn't go anywhere.
We're going to make a move. Now's the time. We've got about 2 minutes left here together. We're going to step aside for the mass market crude to come in. Maybe while we're waiting for this crude oil trade to play out, take a look and see what S&P is doing going into regular trading hours open. Still looking a bit weak right now. 67.13.5 is Friday's value area low. We're trading pretty well below that. 700 on the nose. Make that round number. Last trade in ES.
About 1.25% down right now in the S&P, 1.5% in the Nasdaq. A lot of times when we see, Hogue, I don't know if you've seen this at all, but when we get percentages that are close to 1.5, we usually get a continuation of that trend into the New York session. Obviously, I don't, unfortunately, I don't know the numbers on it to give an actual stat behind it, but I don't know, just a feeling where we're down that much.
There's going to be more.
There's going to be more, right? And of course, anything can happen. It's just, I feel like it's something I've noticed that we just get some continuation of this move. And of course, as I say that, we could get a V-shaped recovery today and throw whatever that stat was out the window.
Look at this.
Another question. Hopping through right now. Back up to 67.30. Still in this trade. It's like it was giving us some clues. It's trying to clue us in on the move.
Still valid.
Yeah,
Really
so
doing what we want.
Could just be a head fake. Possibly flagging. Right back down because of this spike.
Yeah, this is where you do your reaction. Great volume on the 3-minute share.
Yeah, I'm looking at the 3-minute chart myself right now.
Jay's got us all looking at the 3-minute share.
I really do.
I do too.
3 and the 30 was my go-tos.
Go.
Nice rejection there.
Sure. Yeah, what's up, Jay?
No, I was just saying, nice rejection in crude there at 67.35. When we were talking about moving the stop, I was going to say, there was some support there earlier in the session. So maybe putting a stop above that, we just checked that support, looking like a resistance now. I know you moved your stop already, Hogue. I think at this point, it could probably be more. If you wanted to, just to secure some more profits on this trade, you could probably go above 35s. I don't know if it's even worth it. I think it's probably 4 more ticks from where you are right now. But it's nice to see that rejection, and that might move some more room lower, back down towards those 67s.
All right, we'll just leave it. We'll just leave it for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we touched it once. Let it go.
Touching it again.
We've got we're gonna step aside and let the fast markets crew get in here in just a minute. What's up, Hogue? What were you saying?
We get 6707, we get to settlement, we're just taking this.
Okay.
Is that all right?
We could trail too. I mean, there's always a possibility we melt.
We could do that.
I think we're gonna run some traffic out there. You've got overnight VWAP 6707, settlement price 6704, and Friday volume 6701. So there should be a little business to be conducted in that zone. But again,
We'll just keep in touch in our double secret little channel that you and I have.
sounds good. All right, guys, we're going to take a short break. We got Coach Dakota. Some slow markets coming in for fast markets. And Coach Jay's going to stick around too. I'll be popping in a little bit. We'll talk about the Lunatics. Coach Jay, head coach of the Lunatics. We're going to take a short break, though. We're going to step aside and let the fast market crew get in there. Coach Jay, thanks for joining us for the open call this morning. Hogue, appreciate my man. House account short, 67.43 in crude oil right now. Looking to take out some new regular trading hours lows. All right, guys. Again, we're going to take a short break. Fast market's coming up next. I'm Step TV. Let's go.
Why Top Step? Because traders shouldn't have to risk everything to participate in the markets. And since 2012, we provided capital to over 10,000 futures traders just like you. From the kits in Chicago to screens in over 143 countries, we've been motivated by one simple idea. We don't care who you are or where you learn to trade. Past Top Step's trading evaluation, you'll be invited to trade our capital in a fully funded account. As a Top Step funded trader, you keep 90% of profits and we take the losses. We also offer educational resources for all of us, live classes, and free group coaching from a team of over a century of professional trading experience. We're invested in your success. So what are you waiting for? Ditch the brokerage account, start learning by doing, and the Top Step funded trader today.
How do you manage your emotions in trading? You're taking anything from the ski, like professionalizing your mindset to get that in the right spot and you've done it over the last 20 years to do anything and bring it over to the trading world?
Yeah, I mean,
You meditate, right?
yeah, I'm meditating and exactly that. Because you're not going to have a very day every day. Like you said, it's a low-day business, and it's the same thing with ski. It's a low-day business. Not every day is going to be a beautiful, sunny, slush day. There's a lot of days that are super icy and you don't want to put your body
Good point.
through.
Yeah.
And
Conditions of the day change and all that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
You gotta adapt. Yeah.
Exactly.
out to attract money like a magnet. Are they? They have a very juicy video for you. Yeah.
Order filled.